Well, I think we've talked about NXT a lot in recent weeks, especially since they kicked up their partnership with TNA. And we've gotten a few clues over the past week about who might show up on NXT this week, and we finally saw it on Tuesday night.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
I mean, I don't know.
Lost it.
It's crazy.
Lost it.
It's crazy. So Joe Hendry was in the main event of NXT and was the tag team partner with Trick Williams against Ethan Page and Sean Spears. And Mr. Hendry got the pin to win the entire match, which is pretty incredible if you think about it, because he was the only outside talent in that match. And he was in it with his partner was the recently former NXT champion with the now current NXT champion in Ethan Page. So it's like, I mean, that's pretty crazy. He gets the pin. I think he's the first male TNA talent to win, I believe, because Jordan won. Yeah.
Male.
But also you can tell that they're treating him a little bit differently than I think maybe people expected, because 2 times in this match at the beginning, he got that zoomed in feature when he turned around. And
unbelievable.
They also did it at the end, I believe. So NXT, they are big fans of Joe Hendry, and I think it's pretty cool. Like, so the TNA NXT partnership is cool in general, I think, because of all the possibilities that are there. So there's some dream matches that you can think about, crossovers, whatever. But what I think is really fascinating, and we've talked about this before, is that it just always goes back to being amazed that this partnership is even happening, because there were years where these companies and their wrestlers hated each other. And the fact that Joe Hendry is one of TNA's biggest stars right now, like an overnight success, and they're cool with loaning him out to their direct competition, in a way, is pretty crazy if you think about it, because WWE are the ones that are benefiting from Hendry being there. Like, yeah, it gives TNA exposure, it gives Hendry exposure, but when it comes to like ratings and like immediate payback, that's WWE. So it's pretty cool that TNA is so on board with what they're doing, that they're willing to be like, yeah, okay, we'll give this guy to you. Same thing with Jordan, like having Jordan be in the company, and she's the Knockouts champion, but that's still a big deal for her to be like in the women's main event match of NXT. So it just gets me a little bit more excited to be like, okay, what's to come? Like, how far are they going to push this? Is Joe Hendry going to be a champion? Like, could we see him be like the NXT North American champion? What if he became the NXT champion? I feel like this is it seems like they're broadening their horizons with what this partnership could be. And I'm fascinated. Like, I'm really interested. They see this reaction to Joe Hendry, and it's like, well, you might want to take advantage of that too, and you get free publicity if you put one of your titles on him and he appears on Impact with it. So I don't know.
You're right that the immediate goes to WWE. Hands down, immediate, because of social media views. But the long term, damn right, dream. You should dream of Joe Hendry. Seriously, we all are at some point. The immediate success goes to WWE, but the long term for TNA is so beneficial, because you have these guys going over to WWE, and let's face it, they're probably going to sign with WWE after they leave, because TNA is still viewed as a little bit of a stepping stone. But what that's doing,
or the place you go back to after you bomb,
or the place, it's like the DC to the Marvel. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those. And TNA does it right. TNA does not try to be, a WWE. They go with the low attendance, so they're not worried about that. They go for the people watching, at home, and
The
those are the
diehards.
streamers, the diehards, like the collaborations with streamers, so that they can stream in a mini box down below while you have they have the pay-per-view going. That is so beneficial that it's such a I don't want to Sarah, you're gonna like it, but the peeps aren't. It's a very patriot mentality, a Belichickian way of thinking.
Mm-hmm.
It satisfies me that I watched TNA when it was in its infancy, in the six-sided ring,
Mm-hmm.
with Abyss and Monty Brown and Christopher Daniels, the Fallen Angel. Those guys, and to see where it's become, it's incredible.
I think this is the best way to go about this partnership too. Like, it's not something where they're trying to throw it in your face, like, haha, look at us, we got to partner with TNA. Like, it's not trying to act like they own the other company. Like, they're really doing this in a partnership, and you're not trying to use each other. Like, TNA isn't trying to get the top NXT people on their show, and WWE
No.
isn't trying to steal away their top people either. It's like they're going about it the way that the fans want to see, I think, and the people that will benefit the most from it, whether it's the talent or the fans that are watching it. So I really like what they're doing so far. And I think it also says a lot about Shawn Michaels' growth as the one that's running
Oh my
NXT.
God.
You know,
It's unbelievable. It really, he's taking it to new heights.